Hey everyone, it's Silver. Seriously. Oh my gosh, how is it March already? Which means it is time for me to go ahead and talk about all the things that I have been working on in the month of February. But before I do that, I wanted to sit down with you guys directly and just say this month has also, again, been a rough mental health month. There's been a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Well, especially in my head, but that's a whole other story. Since the last time we talked, I also have been trying to eat these protein cookies that MTI found. So hopefully my protein levels in the morning will make everything easier. My brain a little bit more awakened with it. So I'm hoping that will be a thing. Other than that, I think the month has been pretty good for the most part. Like I said, just kind of dealing with some mental health issues behind the scenes, but that's pretty standard for the month of February. We had a really large snowstorm at one point. That was fun. We didn't lose power. We were one of the lucky ones. Basically, everything in the house pretty much runs on electricity. So, yeah, we got lucky. We have, well, since it is a condo complex, they do kind of dig us out. And they were pretty much busy from the night before until, the next morning. Others were not so lucky and it took a while for them to dig out, but that's fine. Also behind the scenes, my dad did have a surgery. He is recovering nicely from those. All right. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about my crafting for the week or the month. Okay, let's talk things that I finished in the month of February. Y'all, I finished 3 different things. I'm so proud of myself. The first one I finished is kind of early in the month. I think I would say around the 15th. I finished what I called a green ripple. This blanket was for MTI, and I actually reused the remainder of the green and the red from the green tree blanket that I had prepared for last year. So I'm like, wee! I'm very excited that I got it done. And honestly, he loves it. He used it almost right away and has ever since. And I'm just like, okay. So the second thing that I finished was actually one of 2 projects that I finished actually right before the end of the month, because that was kind of my goal. It was what I called the spooky cross stitch project that I've been working on. It came out pretty awesome. I did have a lot of issues sometimes with the I had to use 3 threads instead of the usual 2 for me. So I was doing a lot of like, oof, okay. And so it took me a little bit longer than I wanted to because I was like fighting with it every once in a while, but I still love the way that this came out. I'm not even gonna lie. I love the way this came out. And the second project actually I finished on the 28th, mind you, right before the end of the month, was what I called EE's Bear. Essentially, I had just a little bit more red and green left over, so I asked him, okay, what do you want me to make with the remainder of the yarn? He goes, I don't have a bear on the ledge. You do, but I don't have a bear on the ledge. And I'm like, sold. And so that is how this cute little guy got made. Oh, I love it. I'm not gonna lie. I love the way it came out. Okay, let's talk about what I am currently either crocheting or am I currently stitching, whatever. The first thing I'm going to talk about is what I called local, temporary cross stitch. It's the local conditions pattern by Satsuma Street. Oh, absolutely love this pattern. I'm showing that to you now because I really love this pattern. I love how it worked out. Since it is the month of February, we did have 28 days of the month, but the pattern was written for 2025, which had 29 days, so I had to go ahead and duplicate day 28. But honestly, I love the way that this month came out. I'm always like, okay, do I count this as a project that I finished, or do I consider it a work in progress? It's technically a work in progress, but I finished the month of February, but that's enough rambling. I'm going to go ahead and insert that video now of the entire month of February and what I got up to with that. Here is February. And here we go. Okay, so the next thing that I was working on was what I call purple tree. It is my uh it is my forest throw blanket that I've been working on for quite a while. I have not, to be honest, I have not done too much with this project since the last time we spoke. I do have a little bit more of the patterning done, so that counts. Progress is progress, as I'm wont to say here on the channel. I'll go ahead and I'll make sure we show that picture now. I absolutely love the way this blanket is working up. I do have to get back to that, but I just have not had the brain power. Let's see. Oh, the next thing that I have been working on is what I called Purple Ripple. It is the purple and white blanket that I've been working on to kind of match up with MPI's Ripple blanket as well. I've done quite a bit of progress. The last time that I worked on it was actually during my New Year's stream, and during that stream I did get a couple rows done. I realized, oh shoot, somewhere a couple rows back I must have messed up this pattern so bad. So I actually ended up ripping that back to the first row of the first purple section, and what you're seeing now is actually currently where it's at. Let's see. The next thing that I did work on is actually a new project. It's what I'm calling Mom's Alaska Socks. My mom actually asked me for a pair of socks that she can wear on the cruise that my dad and her are going on, and it's going to be absolutely amazing for them to go on this cruise if they have never gone on one. But I was like, okay, cool. I don't mind making these socks at all. So what you're seeing is actually right before I put the heel, and I'm a little bit further than that now. I'm actually currently working on it as I am rambling. But yeah, I absolutely love this color. I think she will love this color so much. The yarn on it is Nitpicks Felici, which for me, I remember it being a lot thicker than it is, but for some reason, it's very light fingering, so I've had to readjust how I knit it. I'm still doing my usual 72 stitches for her socks, because she needs a more compressed kind of sock. So I finished that up until about the heel, and after that I'm planning on increasing to 40 stitches on each side, going up until the sock is pretty much ready to go. So hopefully that'll give her enough room in the socks. Yes, and so I am planning a pair of socks for my dad, but I have not cast them on yet. I'm going to wait until I at least cast on the second sock for my mom. So yay me for restraint. Woo! The other thing, however, that I did start since the last time we talked was what I am calling Hitching a Rainbow. This is the Hitchhiker pattern by Martina Bam. I'm using size 4 needles for this one, which is kind of light for most shawls that I make, but like I said, I'm using a Nitpicks Felici rainbow colorway that is very thin, so I kind of needed to adjust my needle size on that one. Oh, I absolutely love the way that this is happening. I am currently about 20 of the teeth in out of the 42. I'm really hoping that I have enough yarn to get through the 42, but if I don't, I don't. It is fine. I cannot wait to get back to it, y'all. I'm pretty much addicted to it. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next segment. Okay, let's talk about what I have been reading or even listening to since the last time that we talked. I did finish up all of the, the Magical Body Count series by R.G. Blame. I did finish that. Also have gotten to, still not to 100 books yet, but that's fine. That's kind of, it's fine. Right now I'm up to 72. I'm in the middle of a series also by R.J. Blaine called Booked, or Booked for Murder is the first one, Booked for Kidnapping, Booked for Theft on that one. So I'll let you know how those are. And then I've also been reading, this whole month I spent a lot of time just kind of reading random books that I've had on my Kindle for a while. So I'm not really going to mention every title, but I had to write this down. I did not really listened to the Kate Daniels series at all. For some reason, I just gotten a. I'm going to watch a lot more TV and watch random stuff on YouTube. I'll talk about that in just a little bit. Okay, so like I mentioned before, this month was a little bit more heavy on the TV slash like series and not really movie watching because didn't really watch movies. Watched a lot of series. I did catch up with a lot of the what do you call it, the reactors that I watch. So I did end up catching up with Supernatural episodes to the end of season 13 with Seska. Also for Travis and a few others, I did end up doing a lot of catch up on out like Bones, on Criminal Minds, and Outlander. I think I'm mostly caught up, but yeah, I have yet to watch the season 7, which is the most current season, for at least for a couple weeks. 'Cause the last season is coming out in just a few short weeks. Y'all, wish me luck that I get to finish up before the thing premieres. I have no idea if I will, but wish me luck. Hey everyone, guess what? I've been doing a little bit of gaming. I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna use this as a background for right now. But as you can see, I have been playing a little bit of Merge's Kingdom. I had to shut this down, so you're gonna see all the pop-ups that normally come up all the time when you first start playing. But I am in the middle of waiting for like a 3-hour thing. But I have managed to get a few buildings put together, and I'm absolutely loving this. But anyway, I'm going to go share with you the rest of what I've been working on. Okay, so let's see. I've been playing Bongo Cat a little bit, not going to lie. There was an update for doing like calendars a la like advent calendar style for the Lunar New Year. So we have the full calendar is all finished. And then you got the deluxe one, which I did pay for. That's a pay for item. Oh my gosh, those rewards are amazing. Like, I'm going to put him over here. I'm going to put them over here. All right, so there's this reaction that you can put on your little wheel here. Whoosh! Fireworks! Look at that! Okay, so quick update. No, this isn't skipping frames. This is just my character roaming around. It's why I am still on the first thing. I'm waiting until the March update at this point to be able to finish this one thing that I've been on all month long. Let's see if I can get into it. What am I even pushing? There. Come on. This one right here. I've been on this same one for a while. At least I got to 48%, but it's still like I'm literally just pushing the joystick a little bit. The drift is real. We have tried all sorts of like techie, we need to figure out what it's doing thing. Yeah, I'm still a little bit mad. Hopefully the new update that's happening this coming month will fix it, but yeah. The controller is now on the ground. And this chugging movement partly dropped frames. Sorry, I can't, I've tried to fix that too. But it's moving on its own. But at least you get to see a view of my hometown, right? Or at least my home station. I don't know. Anyway, hopefully that gets fixed. All right, let's go ahead and I want to show you the other games I've been working on. Okay, so for the original Power Wash, I absolutely love this game. I'm going to say that. I'm still kind of enjoying it. Not as much as I was, but I have been working through the DLCs. Gotten through a few of the Alice in Wonderland ones and a few like that. But also, if you notice with this game, there's a bunch, and I repeat, a bunch of achievements that you can get for doing the DLCs, what for also doing like anything. So when we do our Wash Wednesdays, especially past couple weeks, we've actually been doing basically a grab for achievements in this game. There's some random ones. Where are they? Here. All right. like advice from a caterpillar, obviously doing a few of the things with that one. I finished up Shrek. Let's see, what else did I do? I don't even know. There's you can knock over buckets in one of the in one of the things, and that's considered one. There's a whole bunch that I'm missing, and I made a list of them to go through, but there's a few I finished. I'm very much trying to get the completest award for it, but I think it might be a while. Gutters last, because of course, just things that you need to do first last, and like things like that. I had to make a list for everyone that is joining us on Watch Wednesdays, so hopefully we can get some achievements done for them. All right, that's enough rambling. Okay, so with Dreamlight Valley, there was an update, which also came with a couple new characters, which you can see, that's who they are. Lots of different outfits, a star path, a lot of good stuff. I have to go ahead and do my dream snap real quick because I think I forgot to do that. I can't remember. But also, yeah, that's, I think the last, I did try to record a little bit of my reaction to the Realm. Oh my gosh, so cute. And the location of the door kind of threw me for a loop. So there's that video. I'll try to put a little eye up somewhere to that video if you'd like to see it. And my reaction to, wait, where did the door go? Or I could put it in here while we're waiting for this. Okay, so the doors haven't changed here. Okay, they haven't changed here either. Nothing there. Nothing's changed there. Has it changed there and I just didn't notice? No. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. What? Ta. That door wasn't there yesterday. I guess that makes sense. Like, oh, they're being tricksy. I could see what they're doing. Okay, so they're trying to use as many up in the center area as they possibly can. So it looks like there's not going to be a door there. So I wonder if they're going to put the next update there. Ooh. Yeah, those look like they're pretty well situated. Like there's no chance of changing there. Alright, cool. The things I notice. Alright. Yeah, I slowed down my Witch Blossom stuff, it's fine. 13,000. Okay, good to know. That might be a bit until I get there. Okay, so as you can see, it's a little bit chunky right now, but that is fine. Still wearing the nose from the quest, but anyway. With this update also came a new event that has since left, where basically you were doing different quests and things for the different characters, and you would get stuff in your pockets. Let me see if I still have mine in pocket. No, I don't. You got little hearts and stuff in your pockets, and you can collect those and all that. This one had some routine duties. Tomorrow's will be popping up soon, but I have finished 3 weeks of them already. Main duties. Obviously, I'm done with the star path. My rewards, I'm done with the regular rewards. So they had this puppy and all these. These are some of these are actually pretty cool. What I noticed with this one is that with this, the moonstones were higher for the collections, and I was like, oh, thank heaven. Yeah, so I finished all of those regular rewards. If we go to the bonus rewards, I'm still working on these, but I am pretty far. I got 100 and 300 to collect here, and then the rest of them will go into getting me more moonstones. All right, so the current challenge for oh, I did finish this one. Current challenge, Pals with Paws. Celebrate the arrival of the new four-legged friend. Show off your playful pet spaces, address in fun, cozy looks for fun with. Okay, so what did I submit? From the quest. Okay, you know what? I kind of like that one. I think I'm going to leave it. Hey, less work for me this week. Wish me luck on that one. All right, let's see. I'm going to do a quick... Let's see if I can do this. I don't know how long it'll take me to load this, but let's go ahead and do some voting, because why not? This was Seaside Chic, which I didn't really do much in the way of... I'll show you the picture that I did, but let me... Ooh, I like that one. That one came out great. I like this one. That one came out pretty cool. I like this one. The character's walking on water. Again, I've been voting a little bit. Ooh, I like this night shot, though. I like that one better. Let's see. Some of these, like, people are like, oh, I'm just using it on my skips. I'm like, why? They came out with some good ones. Let's see. Ooh. Got some rainbows going on, so of course I'm voting for the rainbows, right? Oh my gosh, that came out amazing. What is that? Is that actually like Goofy? What is that, Drews? What is that? Alfie's wearing. Oh, I'm jealous. Oh my god, that's kind of funny. All right, anyway, enough voting for now. Let me go ahead and check my submission. My submission was literally like I didn't give a crap. So, yes. Yeah, so there's that. Now you're a bit updated. I'm gonna go ahead and what other games have I been working on this month? I have no idea. Oh, another thing that I actually did a lot of this past month was I actually last night, to be completely frank, last night I was getting sick of having bare nails, so I did some tips. Let's see if I can get you close enough. Focus, camera. Yeah. Just in case y'all wanted to know. Wanted something a little different. All right, with that said, it is the end of this month's podcast, y'all. I cannot wait to see what I get up to next month, and I can't wait to share it with you as well. In the meantime, if you can go ahead and like and subscribe the video, because the algorithm needs that. And also, anything that I've talked about in this video can actually be found directly on my website, which is actually silversdreammadpodcast.com. I will make sure to link everything down below in the description. And I hope to see you guys next month. Bye, y'all.